Hey Aries, welcome back. I need to share what came through in today's reading because the universe has something specific to show you about karma and justice. And honestly, when I laid out these cards, my jaw literally dropped out, so let me just dive straight in because these cards are not playing around. The first card that came up is the Page of Wands, and right away I am seeing someone who thought they could diminish your fire. This page represents that person, that jealous energy who looked at what you were building and instead of celebrating you, they chose mockery. They saw your passion, your drive, your raw potential, and it triggered something deep in them. But here's what they did not understand about Aries energy. You do not dim your light for anyone. This page energy thought they were clever with their comments, their subtle digs, their attempts to make you feel small. But what they failed to realize is that when you mock an Aries, you are essentially throwing gasoline on a fire. You gave them nothing, no reaction, no validation, you just kept moving. And that silence, that refusal to engage, that was actually your first victory. Moving to the second card, Five of Wands appears, and this is showing me the conflict they tried to create. I can see this person actively stirring up drama, maybe bringing other people into it, trying to create chaos around you. They wanted you to fight, to get messy, to lower yourself to their level. Five of Wands is all about unnecessary battles and power struggles. This person was literally looking for a fight because they needed to feel superior in some way. But you know what I love about this placement? It shows their desperation. When someone has to create conflict to feel powerful, it means they actually feel powerless. They were projecting their own internal struggles onto you. You were out here building something real while they were stuck in petty competition mode. The universe is showing me that every time they threw shade, every time they tried to start something, you were actually ascending to a higher frequency. You refused to wrestle with pigs because you understood you would both get dirty, but the pig likes it. The third card is hitting different, and it is Five of Swords. This is the card of hollow victories and defeats that taste like ash. I am seeing this person thinking they won something when they mocked you. Maybe people laughed. Maybe they got some temporary validation. Maybe they felt like they successfully put you in your place. Five of Swords shows someone who wins the battle but loses the war. They got their little moment of feeling superior, but at what cost? This card is telling me they sacrificed their integrity, their peace, their actual growth for a moment of ego satisfaction. And here is the thing about Five of Swords energy. It always catches up with you. The universe keeps receipts. Every word they spoke against you, every attempt to tear you down, it all got recorded in the cosmic ledger. And I am seeing that what they thought was their victory was actually the beginning of their downfall. Because when you operate from jealousy and malice, when you put that energy out into the world, it boomerangs back with interest. Now the fourth card appears, and it is Ace of Pentacles. Let me tell you, this is where the reading gets really interesting, because while they were busy mocking you, the universe was busy setting up your blessing. Ace of Pentacles is new financial opportunities, new material success, tangible results manifesting in the physical world. This card is telling me that everything they tried to block is actually coming through stronger. That opportunity they thought you did not deserve, it is on its way. That success they were jealous of before you even achieved it, it is manifesting right now. The universe works in such poetic ways because while they wasted time focused on tearing you down, you stayed focused on building up. And Ace of Pentacles does not just show up for anyone, it shows up for people who keep their energy clean, who stay in their lane, who trust the process even when people are hating. This is your reward for not engaging with the nonsense. The fifth card I pulled is Page of Pentacles, and this is showing me a student energy. Someone learning a very expensive lesson. I believe this card is representing them again, but in a different phase. If Page of Wands was them in their arrogant mocking phase, Page of Pentacles is them in their humbling phase. This is that moment when reality starts to hit, and they realize their actions have consequences. Page of Pentacles is about learning through experience, sometimes through hard experiences. The cards are telling me this person is about to go through a period where they have to rebuild from scratch, where they have to learn what real work actually looks like. And the irony? While they are in student mode trying to figure out basic lessons, you are going to be in master mode receiving your Ace of Pentacles blessings. The universe has such a sense of humor sometimes. They mocked your journey, not realizing they just signed up for a much harder one. Card number 6 comes through, and it is the Lovers. Now this threw me for a second because in a karma reading about someone who wronged you, the Lover's appearing feels unexpected. But then the message became clear. This is about choice and alignment. The Lovers is ultimately about making choices that align with your highest self, choosing love over fear, choosing authenticity over ego. What I am seeing here is that you made a choice, probably without even realizing how powerful it was. You chose not to retaliate. You chose to stay true to yourself. You chose to keep your heart open instead of closing it off in bitterness. That choice aligned you with divine timing and divine justice. Meanwhile, this person made choices rooted in jealousy, in smallness, and fear. And the Lover's card is telling me that these opposing choices created two completely different timelines. Your timeline is filling up with genuine connections, real support, aligned opportunities. Their timeline is showing me isolation, fake relationships, and a growing realization that they pushed away something real. Sometimes karma is not dramatic, it is simply giving people exactly what their choices called in. The seventh card is Seven of Cups, and listen, this is where their karma starts to get really specific. Seven of Cups is illusions, delusions, confusion, and fantasy versus reality. I am seeing this person surrounded by options, but none of them real, none of them solid. They are going to find themselves in a phase where everything looks good on the surface but nothing has substance. Job opportunities that fall through, relationships that seem promising but go nowhere, situations that glitter but are not gold. This is the universe showing them what it feels like to grasp at things that are not meant for them. Remember, they mocked what was yours. They tried to diminish your path, so now they get to experience a season of mirages. Seven of Cups is also about decision paralysis. I am seeing them stuck, unable to move forward because they cannot tell what is real anymore. Their judgment got so clouded by jealousy and ego that now they genuinely cannot see clearly. And while they are spinning in confusion, you are going to be experiencing that Ace of Pentacles clarity. That tangible real success that you can actually hold in your hands. The eighth card that came through is the Devil, and okay, this is intense but necessary. The Devil represents bondage, addiction to toxic patterns, being trapped by your own ego and shadow self. This card is telling me that this person is literally imprisoned by their own jealousy. It has become an addiction for them, this need to focus on you, to track your movements, to obsess over your success. The Devil shows me that even when they want to move on, they cannot. They are chained to this pattern of comparison and resentment. And here is the really deep karma aspect. The Devil card always represents self-imposed limitations. Nobody is forcing them to stay in this energy. They are choosing it even though it is destroying them from the inside. They cannot celebrate their own wins because they are too busy being bitter about yours. They cannot attract their own blessings because their energy is too heavy, too dark, too focused on what someone else has. This is the real karma, not some external punishment but an internal prison of their own making. The universe is giving them exactly what they are vibrating at, which is lack, resentment, and spiritual poverty. Card number 9 appears, and it is the Empress. This is so beautiful because the Empress is about abundance, creativity, nurturing, and fertile ground. After all those heavy cards showing their karma, the Empress is showing me your reality. While they are stuck in Devil energy, you are blossoming in Empress energy. I am seeing you creating, attracting, manifesting in ways that feel almost effortless. The Empress does not force, she allows. She does not fight, she flows. This card is telling me you are entering a phase of such abundant energy that their mockery is going to look absolutely ridiculous in hindsight. The Empress also represents divine feminine power, which means you are stepping into a version of yourself that is so self-assured, so grounded in your worth. That external validation becomes irrelevant. They mocked you thinking they could shake your foundation, but the Empress is showing me you are the foundation. You are immovable. And everything you touch right now is going to grow and flourish because you are operating from that generative, life-giving frequency. The 10th and final card is Eight of Swords, and honestly, this is the perfect closing card for their karma story. Eight of Swords is the card of mental imprisonment, feeling trapped, being blind to solutions that are right in front of you. I am seeing this person completely stuck in victim mode, unable to see a way forward, feeling like the world is against them. But here is the thing about Eight of Swords. The bonds are loose, the blindfold can be removed, the way out exists. They are not actually trapped. They just believe they are. This is the ultimate karma for someone who tried to limit you. They are now experiencing limitation in its purest form. And it is all mental, all self-created, all a result of the energy they put out. While you are expanding into Empress abundance, they are contracting into Eight of Swords restriction. The universe is showing me they are going to feel paralyzed, unable to make moves, second-guessing everything, feeling like they missed their chance at something big. And the most poetic part, the thing they are going to feel like they missed is going to be connected to what they mocked you for. They made fun of your path, and now they desperately wish they had taken a similar one, but the door has closed for them. So Aries, let me bring this all together because the story these 10 cards told is absolutely wild. Someone came for you with jealousy and mockery. They created unnecessary conflict. They celebrated what they thought was a victory over you. But the entire time, the universe was working behind the scenes. While they were focused on tearing you down, you were being set up for an Ace of Pentacles blessing. They chose ego and illusion. You chose authenticity and alignment. Now their karma is playing out in real time. They are trapped in patterns of jealousy, surrounded by illusions, learning expensive lessons, and feeling mentally imprisoned by their own choices. Meanwhile, you are stepping into Empress energy, creating abundance, and receiving tangible blessings. The contrast could not be more clear. This is not about revenge. This is about universal justice. This is about how the energy you send out always comes back to you. They send out mockery and received isolation. You send out integrity and received elevation. The cards want you to know something important. You do not need to do anything. You do not need to confront them, expose them, or get even with them. Their karma is already in motion and it is going to be more thorough than anything you could orchestrate. Your job is to stay in your Empress energy. Keep receiving your blessings. Keep building your empire. Let them watch from their Eight of Swords prison while you flourish. That is the real karma. That is the real justice. They tried to make you feel small and instead they are going to witness you becoming everything they feared you would become. Thank you for being here, Aries. If this resonated, drop a comment and let me know because I love hearing from you. Until next time, keep shining.